Howdy folks, welcome back. Impulse here, bringing you some Battlefield 4 gameplay in the background. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I've been playing Battlefield quite a bit with Bluez and Twos in the last few days. However, on this particular game, Bluez had to rush off and do something, and while he rushed off, I noticed it was something not quite right with my frame rate. It just didn't look right, so I went and checked, which that's why you now got a counter on the top right side showing you well under 50 frames a second. I mean, hitting the 40s and the 30s, and that was on high settings. Yeah, I noticed when I checked that I was hitting 20 frames a second on the ultra settings. That was everything maxed out, and I thought, oh no, not again. It was the CPU. The CPU was playing up, and it was causing my frames to drop. I did, after this game, swap to Mantle for the next game, and the Mantle would give me at least, well, it was constantly keeping me around 60 frames. 55 was the lowest I dropped to. It would constantly keep me on 60 frames. Mantle. So Mantle is a better APU when it comes to trying information with CPU and gameplay. But DirectX 11, it was absolutely murdering me. Yeah. So definitely need to get that new CPU very, very soon. As I don't know if I told you this, but I'm going to go for the 8350, and the 8350 is around about £15 cheaper than the 8370. They both have the Wraith cooler on them, and the reason why I'm going to go for the 8350 over the 8370, I don't justify the extra money for only 0.1 on the turbo. And if you don't know what I mean, it's quite simply A350 stock is 4 Hz, on turbo is 4.2. The 8370 4 Hz stock, 4.3 on the turbo. So why would I want to pay extra for that? Just a little tiny 0.1 when you can do it yourself. True. So no, I'm going to stick with the 8350. So definitely the extra money I'm going to save, I'm going to use for postage and get on the next day delivery as soon as possible, kind of thing, and state the time I need it there at the time. So that's what I'm planning to do. Hopefully it'll be done within the next month or so, and I hopefully be running a new CPU very, very soon. Then my next mission would be to upgrade my graphics card. Hopefully do it this year. If the RX 480 turns out to be a really good card, then I probably would get that. I run a 1080p monitor, and I can honestly say that the RX 480, what I've read and what I've seen of it, you don't see much gameplay. It's supposed to be a VR graphics card, and to be honest, if you're running a VR graphics, decent graphics for VR, you're talking about a game which is virtually a graphics card virtual potential of a 290X. Is that not true? They're already telling you to run, if you want to run a VR headset and have really good graphics, you have to run at least a 290X. So that's why I'm saying I'm probably seeing I quite agree with a lot of people. I'm seeing the RX 480 being in between the 390X and higher, and the Nano and Fury X. I can see it it'll be in between that kind of power. I can see that's what it's going to be like. A lot of people can see that, and yeah, hopefully it is going to be like that. It'll just be a shame if it turns out to be a card which doesn't have the power in it, because what AMD is doing is fantastic. 14 nanometer chipsets in the graphics card. Hence why the graphics card is only going to be a 150 watt graphics card. That's going to be fantastic. Yes. Yeah, I would love to get myself a new Zen CPU this year, but unfortunately I can't, because I've only just recently got my new motherboard. As you know, my new motherboard is only about 4 to 5 months old due to the fact the old one broke down. So, in theory, if I was to get the Zen chip, I would have to get a new motherboard, which means I've wasted money on this motherboard. So I'm going to literally get the use out of this motherboard before I go up to Zen. And to be honest, I'm going to get Zen within the next couple of years anyway. I want to wait at least a year and a half to see how Zen is progressing, to see how well it is, because it's nothing like getting a CPU and then realizing that CPU turned out to be the crappiest CPU ever, like the Pentium D 805. Yeah, that was a shit processor. Hence why I stopped using Intel and went to AMD. I was happy. Phenom, Athlon. Yeah, I've been happy with the FX 6300. Yes, I know the single core performance is crap, but it was I was never bought it for the single core. I always bought it for the multi-core. Video editing. Yeah. So, hope you enjoyed this video. It's going to end very, very soon. Let me know what you're thinking of, what you're looking forward to the RX 480. Do you think it's going to be that graphics card which is going to be the bring them back to AMD side? Or is it going to compete against the 1070 and the 1080 and be that card which will do it? Let me know in the comments. But until next time, it's me, Impulse, sign off. Just died again. Damn. And I'll catch you all very soon. Take care, folks. Bye for now.